morning. Oh my God, it's still the morning. Feels like I've been live all day long. If you're still with us, thank you for still being with us. If you've just joined us, this is your partnership takeover for the day, interviewing all the amazing winners from 2022 for the Your Partnership Network. Really excited that I've seen so many people already this morning. I've seen Sally from Penbenton, Steve Bridson, we've had Jack on, we've had Mike B on, and now we have the awesome Karis. Here she is.
Morning, Jay-anne. How are you?
I'm good. How the devil are you, my darling?
Yeah, very good. Still recovering from what has been a pretty epic 2 weeks of very tiring business affairs. But yeah, no, good now. Looking forward to this weekend to try and catch up and recuperate.
Have you got much planned on? Have you got much planned this weekend, or is it just like
nothing? I'm doing absolutely nothing. We've been, I think you spoke to Mike earlier, we've been away in London, we did an expo the week before, then we had the awards. So yeah, nothing planned, not one thing.
Time to refill the cup, time to replenish the goodness so you can go again.
Yes, hopefully.
So we've got you here, I've got you here because Phoneta won the Most Inspirational Business of the Year.
We did. I have it here very proudly, very
How
proudly.
Good is that? How exciting. So how does it feel to be part of that awesome team, and how does it feel to have won that?
Well, I'm going to be the worst marketing manager in the world now because we are very proud to have won absolutely amazing and Most Inspirational Business of the Year, which is great. And like everything our team does is great. But we were up against some pretty stiff competition in that category. And whilst we are holding the trophy, we have the trophy, we think the winners should have been Children's Hospice Southwest. We would have rather it seemed go to them than to us. Everything they do is absolutely inspirational, and like I say, I was lucky. I was I got to go on a tour of the hospice a couple of weeks ago, and the thought and the care that they put into every single thing that they do is actually just unbelievable. The team there are an inspiration to us. So yes, we won. Thank you. Anytime you get recognition in the business is great, but our winners are and always will be Children's Hospice Southwest. So
they were absolutely amazing, were they not? I mean, all of you are amazing, but I went on a tour as well. I'm just going to put it up here actually, so that if anyone wants to go and have a look, please go and have a look. Yeah. I went on a tour, and that place, I'm going to get emotional, but I'm not. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to hold it. Because what they do there in a purpose bit, like it's been specifically built for looking after young children and looking after the adults, the parents that support these young children. I didn't want to leave because it was like a flipping hotel. It was like there was calmness. There were just so much goodness there. And you're doing something to raise some money for them, aren't you?
Oh, I am. I don't want to. I'm absolutely terrified. Who on earth would ever jump out of a plane? But yes, I will be. On the 21st of May, I've been volunteered by my lovely colleague, Rudy Grenfell. We're not speaking at the moment, so but yeah, he's kindly volunteered me. So I will be jumping out of a plane for the hospice. I'm on about £190 raised so far. My first target's 250, but I'm hoping I can stretch that. When I came away from the day there, I had to do something anyway. So yeah, I will be raising as much as I can for them, because
I couldn't agree more. I mean, they need everything they get, don't they? They the limited funding that they get from the government is so tiny. I'm just like, it was like 12% of what they need or something that comes from them. So when are you doing it? Are you doing it in May?
The 21st of May. I'm counting down the days. It's like, I really don't want to do it. It's not.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'll be there with you. Because
I'm doing it as well. Oh my God, I was doing it on my own. So when I first mentioned it, quite a few people were like, oh yeah, we'll do it with you. And then slowly, one by one, they've dropped out. So I'm going alone, which is even more terrifying. But now I'm not. No, Jay-anne's with me.
Very excited. But can you, after this, would you put your link in the comments so that if people want to you, anything that can help that place is so welcomed. And if you want to visit, you can just contact them and they'll do a tour. The tours that they do are lovely. They really help you understand things. You can see the goodness that's there. And they are grateful of anything you do. Whether it's volunteering a bit of your time, whether it's a crazy nut job thing that Karis and I are doing, or anything.
I'm so happy.
Grateful. It's just so cool. Or even just sharing them. Like, even if you can't put your hand in your pocket, you might be able to do something that doesn't cost anything, but it's more awareness, and the story behind it I was really taken back from as well. So I'm really excited. Okay, so I love that you did that. That just shows how warm and soulful your heart is. So thank you. However, I want to know a little bit about Phoneta, what you do, how you help people, how you make lives easier. In my opinion, I think you make lives easier. So just give me a little overview, if you can, of what that looks like.
Yes, I hope we make lives easier for people. It's certainly something we try to do. So we're a telephone answering service, which doesn't always mean a lot to a lot of people, and some people don't see the value within it. But we are there to answer your calls when you can't. And that can be for all sorts of different reasons. So say you today, Jay-anne, you're here. I saw you answer your phone earlier, so maybe you just answer.
It was Brock, so that's okay. He's allowed. He's got like the hotline today.
Yeah, but you could be doing something like this today, and you can't answer your phone for whatever reason, and that big sale could come in. We all know in the days of Google that if you're searching for a business, you search for one, you try calling, they don't answer, you just try the next one. Whereas if somebody's there to pick up those calls for you, which obviously is us, but yeah, we work with all sizes of business, from sort of one man or lady bands all the way up to kind of big national businesses. And we're kind of there like a silent partner in the background, happy to pick up those calls, make sure everything's answered. And you can spend all the money you want on marketing, everything, drive everybody to your website, but you miss that call, you miss that sale, you miss that potential lead, whatever it might be. So yeah, we're kind of there to pick it up at those times and hopefully improve people's work-life balance as well along the way. Hopefully improve their customer care, potentially their productivity. A lot of people now are realizing that every time you answer that phone, you're taking yourselves away from kind of what you were doing. So if you've got somebody there in the background, we're there to help. So hopefully, I will say we won Most Helpful Business last year. So we're hopefully next year.
Yeah, I love that. And I think as well, what I think people do, especially when you're in business, whether you're one man, one woman, one person,
there we go,
business, or whether you're most of us want to grow, most of us want a team. That doesn't always mean a team in an office with employees. The world is a different place now. I mean, COVID, for all of the challenges that it caused and all of the challenges that are still happening, let's be frank, they're still happening. However, I think it allowed a lot of people to lean into working smarter, because you could have somebody in your team that is nowhere near you, that is in Cornwall. You could be in London. You could have a company in Cornwall. You could use their services for what you need 5 hours a week, 2 hours a week, whatever it might be, but they're still part of your team. And so therefore they still enable you to grow and have that growth. And I know of a company that works with you that they do some really intrinsic work. And I went in to work with them, and we were looking at what was happening and the productivity and how they all work together and collaborate together. One of the biggest challenges, they said, is that some of the work they do is so intrinsic. They need to focus. Yeah. And when the phone's ringing, we all know it takes 20 minutes to get back into something that you just come out of, okay? And what was really powerful is when we did some work together, they realized the power of Mondays, no phones, but the phone is still being answered. So they know they can structure their week, that this real intrinsic thing that they need to really focus on, they don't answer the phone, but they felt really comfortable and safe and happy that the phone was being answered by you guys in the as part of the team, like as part of the company, but everything was ticked. That is working smart, is it not? Like that is incredible.
It's priority as well. It's allowing the calls to be answered and those calls coming through, and then being able to follow up in order of priority, you know, so you've got your kind of most urgent things that you can follow up with. Oh, that's really great to hear that. It's always nice to hear sort of real feedback from the real world.
Yeah, because see what was happening as a negative, like let's think about the pain to it, because it's all wonderful. Oh yeah, it'd be great. But actually the pain to that is not doing the work properly, making mistakes, not getting it done in time, and therefore you're charging a client for a bit of work that's taking you a lot longer because you can't, like there's so many pain points to that. Whereas take away those pain points, let Phoneta do what they're flipping good at. They're the experts. You continue to be your expert within your field, and look at that team cohesion of goodness. And am I right in thinking, and correct me if I'm wrong, but am I right in thinking that if you were to answer a call from my company, it would be as if somebody's calling my company? Is that right?
Well, we can answer however anybody wants us to. We have companies that are very strict on the fact they don't want anyone to know it's call answering service. So yeah, we will, until we're pushed to the very end, we will pretend that we're you. And we've got other companies that decide they want us to say that straight away. So we could say, hey, this is the answering service for Jay-anne's phone. She's not available. How can we help? So yes, it's everything varies throughout every company that we work with, and everything that we do is on kind of bespoke basis. So we'll create forms that work for you, collect the information that you want. We can go further. We can take payments. We can book appointments.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of what you want is what we will provide. And yeah,
that is so cool. That is so cool, because again, with everyone I've spoken to today, you know, we're good at what we're good at. We don't need to be good at everything. And I think there is this myth and this belief and this social assumption that when you start a business, you must do everything. Honestly, I think that is pants. I think that is a load of rubbish, because we are in a position now where there are so many good people doing amazing things. Yes, you need to understand it, but you don't need to do it. And your business will grow so much quicker and so much better, and the foundation will be so solid when you've got the likes of, you know, not being funny, Karis, I don't want to be on the phone all day, whether I do or, you know, I could be sat here doing nothing. I don't want to be pre-qualifying all my clients. I'd rather go, these are the questions, this is what I want. And it's part of the funnel, the pipeline, you know, the journey, and it's you love it, you know, it's your expertise, it's your passion. How cool is that?
Yeah, no, it's really great. We've had some really great stories. I know even one recently, a guy was at your partnership's lunch, funnily enough, had a phone call come through, couldn't answer it. Somebody was speaking. I know we picked up the call. He got the email, had a sneaky look at the email. It was a potential new client. He then managed to sneakily run away, call the client back, and I think it was something like a £5,000 contract, you know. And if we hadn't answered, he hadn't answered, it would have been the next person. So yeah, for the relatively low cost, I think it's
that's so amazing.
It was
and so lovely.
Funny like serendipity moments, because he ran over and grabbed me and he was like, you're never going to believe what's just happened. And I was like, right, we're getting this on video. So I made him run outside. Yeah, made him run outside and grabbed it.
That's so cool. So Mike B said, Karis and the whole Phoneta team, they're legends. That is absolutely
well, I'll go
amazing.
straight back to Big Box, and Big Box are absolute legends. I was really privileged enough when we went to London last week. On the way back, I got kind of a 4-hour masterclass in marketing and branding from the team. It was unbelievable.
Cool is that?
Yeah, in the car, we've all walked away with like new business ideas. So yeah, I can't wait to
look at that. Right.
Yeah, it was
Look
great.
at what you just shared there. So in a car journey, you're opening conversations. You know, I truly believe, and Mike said this earlier at one of the events that he runs, you know, you're in a room with people that are not closed. Like they want to help, because if like, let's look at it, like real frank. If they help you, you help them by default, because not only do you remind them of what they know and how awesome it is, because it starts to flow out of your own mouth and you're like, my goodness, I know my stuff. But then on the other side, when they know what you now know and they're supported, they they get to grow. And there's this law of reciprocity, like there's this law of connection where we love to help each other when we feel that we've given and received. And you did it in a car journey. I mean, come on, how cool is that?
Yeah, I think it's the whole your partnerships thing. I've learned so much and made so many new connections since I've been going that, yeah, I would shout about it to anybody, get signed up, start networking. It just works really well. I even remember my first networking, it must have been, I think, at the Norway Inn down by Penrhyn Way. And I was so nervous. I'd never done networking. It wasn't my thing. And I thought, oh no, what am I going to? And it was just so great. From that first meeting, it was so great. And it was just like, yeah, these are the people I need to be speaking to. Like you said, the help they offer. And then, yeah, the help that you can give back. It just, yeah, I love it. I would, yeah, shout to anybody. Come. And I get to meet lovely people like you. I think we met, must have been about a year ago now at the Boringdon lunch. And yeah, it just grows, doesn't it? And it just snowballs. And I think a few other people have said there are actual people now that I consider friends, actual, like, proper, and then you end up on nights out like last week, but we won't we won't discuss that one
I've
too much.
I've been told that we can't talk about that too much.
Oh, I think I started out the night wrong. I think I might have had a bit too much excitement, I'll say that.
Do you know and I linked it for me, like, especially with what I do. Okay, so I was like, afterwards I realized, Jay, little Jay was coming out going, you've got a pretty dress, you've got a pretty, you've bought yourself some nice jewelry, and you're here in a room full of so much goodness. Like, how often does that enormity of goodness everywhere, whether you knew, like, I didn't know everyone, but everyone smiled, everyone said hey, everyone like hugged. I mean, there was so many hugs going around. I'm a hugger. And I think little Jay was like, let's do this again. It was so cool.
Little Jay, you looked absolutely amazing. I didn't even recognize you at first. I turned around and looked at you and was like, oh, that lady's pretty. And then I was like, oh my God, that's Jay-anne.
Yeah. But how often do we get to kind of do these things, And you and I, we were like giddy girls, because you were over there and I was here. We kept seeing each other and kept kind of, it's just the goodness of good people. And interestingly, I think one of the things that's really key here that's come up from others as well, when you're in business, in any way, shape or form, when you're in business, it can be a lonely place to your friends. Because if a lot of your friends are in their 9-to-5s and there's connection there and they don't network, or they're, and that's fine. There's nothing against any of that. It's all goodness. We're all where we need to be. But when you're networking, or when you're in a position of leadership and you can lean on a bigger circle than your, company or your business, it's so powerful. And you do make friends, and we can all lean on each other.
And it's overcoming imposter syndrome, I think, as well, is the other thing. I think that's something I've suffered with. Oh, I'm not good enough to do that. I can't do it. And then meeting other people, you think, oh, you are all just normal. It's like everybody's kind of normal and just like me. So, it does help massively. But yes, that Saturday was great. It was, fun.
And doing things like, doing things like this, Sunday, Monday, whatever it was, I just messaged Brock and I said, Brock, like, let's keep this going. Like, let's chat about them. And he's like, yeah. Can you do it? And then I was like, yeah. And this week I've just figured it out. But I want to say thank you to you for leaning in, because, things like this are not always comfort zones for people. And some people I've had on going like, oh, I don't know, what do I say? I'm like, just I've got you, you're good. Because the more we can shout and scream about you and your business and what you are and who you are, it's goodness. Like, you can't be kept secret. I think this is good. So Brock's just put here, Phoneta's phone answering services are part of your partnership sponsorship package. So if you want to be if you want to have the find out about the sponsorship package, oh my God, there's so much included in the sponsorship package. Loads and loads. And as I understand it, a lot of the sponsorship package, if not all of it, is using all of the wealth from within, using all of the businesses and enabling you to really get yourself out there, but also enable somebody else, Phoneta, to do what they're good at, to enable you to do more. So that's really cool as a package.
Yeah, but works really well. We've had a few people signed up already, and yes, like you said, it's reaching out, isn't it, and getting that help in other areas. And if we can be like a small part of that, so you just don't have to worry all the time that you have to be there, then obviously we will provide what we can.
Yeah, cool. Exciting. Cool. So I think we know that your partnership is an awesome place to be. What would you say to anyone that's kind of on the fence or on the outskirts thinking, oh, is it for me? Is it not for me? Like, what would you say to them? What advice would you give them?
Just try it. Just absolutely try it. Walk in and meet people. I think someone mentioned earlier, you get the 30-day trial, and just try it. Go as many times as you can in that 30 days, because you will meet people and you will meet nice people. And it's not, like I think Mike said, I'm not coming in to sell. I don't want to sell, but I'll meet someone who will say, oh, actually, I know somebody that you should speak to in terms of that. And even things like recently, I went to the Rewind Radio breakfast, and that was absolutely fantastic. And it even mentioned my skydive there. And then it was just, people were just, we'll donate. So I've had some great businesses already say that they will. And it's just that kindness and that loveliness of the group. Everybody wants to help everybody, and you walk away and then you'll have emails, I was speaking to this person at a different networking and I think they could use you, or you could use them.
Isn't that lovely?
Kind of synergy there with kind of what you do. So maybe just even have a chat, even have a coffee, have a chat. So if you're on the fence, give it the 30 days, give it your all, and you won't leave. I can't see why anybody would leave.
No. And I think what's lovely as well is that there's breakfast, there's lunches, there's dinners, there's big lunches, there's little
there's walking now, there's
walking,
networking, isn't there?
There's smaller groups, there's curry nights, there's oh my god, there's so many things. We're in online, we're in person, we're in London, in Berkshire, in Bristol, in Devon, in Cornwall. I mean, like, the footprint is growing. And everyone knows. I mean, actually saying that, we've also got the wonderful social media world. So it's not just about, we're only in Cornwall, so we can only refer people in Cornwall. Like, I've got connections across the UK, and I've already connected a few people and said, like, this person or this company would be amazing. Just, speak to them. It's so much more than just what's in the room, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just fantastic. It's just, it's changed my experience of working life. Like I said, I've never done networking before, and now you just feel like you've got I don't know, group's not the right word. I don't know what the right word is. Just a collaborative club, just helping you along your way, like, and shouting.
Collaborative club.
Yeah, it's probably the wrong word, but just helping you and just shouting out about you as well. It's so nice when someone introduces you and they say something really nice about you, and you think, I didn't know. I don't think that about myself. So thank you very much. Yeah, and it's just that really, like you said, positive environment. I've never been there, and you've walked away thinking, oh no, like, what was that? Why did I say that? Or why did that happen? Every time you walk away with somebody new that you've met, some new contacts, some new something at least, or even so I have the opportunity to meet loads of our customers, which is always really nice, because doing what we do, sometimes you are really the silent partner. We don't get to speak to our customers often. We're not in a position where we're having meetings with them on a monthly basis. Generally, we set everything up, everything works perfectly. We work away in the background, they get their messages, and everything rolls along absolutely perfectly. So even going out and meeting with them and networking with them is great.
Amazing. So cool. So somebody's watching and they think, oh my God, this is amazing. This is epic. Phoneta look amazing. Karis is amazing. The way she's sharing this is incredible. Like, all of this sounds amazing, but it's just little old me, and it sounds really expensive. It sounds like it's full on. It sounds like I can't afford it. It sounds like it's out of my scope. It sounds like I'm not ready. Like, all this rubbish that comes up that gets in the way of awesome people. What would you say to somebody about, what would you say to somebody like that? How can they understand and break past all that fluff and waffle, because that's what it is, to find out? What would you say to them?
Oh, well, it's really easy to get hold of a member of the team. I'll leave some contact details, but we're Phoneta, so we're on social media. You can find our email really easy. everything is a very slick, easy process. We make it as easy as possible for everybody we can. We don't do any long contracts, any long tie-ins. I mean, if you're a one-man band, you're just worried about missing those few calls a month, it's around about £25 a month. You get 10 minutes included in that. So that's going to do like 5 calls. No long contracts. So you're more than happy to trial it for a month. Think, no, that doesn't work for me. Some businesses don't. It's not going to be the answer for everybody. But if it does, obviously you can stay with us. If it doesn't, then there's no tie-in. You're not then signed up for a year or 6 months. The sign-up process is really easy. Then we give you a divert number. All you have to do is pop that on your phone, and then we work with you from there just to find the best way of working. And that's the other thing. We think a lot of people come in with this mindset of kind of they've got to get it perfect straight away. Everything's got to be perfect. And we said, well, no, you've never used an answering service. We've never worked with you. Our operations team have such a wealth of knowledge that even if you put something on your sign-up form, we might come back to you and say, actually, we work with another business who does it like this. Shall we see if this will work perfect for you? And it will take that first month. We'll get everything perfect. We'll hit you with ideas. And then, after the first month, like, nobody leaves. Everybody loves it. Brock shouts about us all the time because he'll be speaking at lunches and events. And
we're there. Got time to answer the phone.
Exactly. Yeah. We're there picking up his calls. So, and there's so many. But when we're in a Your Partnerships room, there's so many people in the room, and they can just all ignore their phones, knowing, safe in the knowledge that nothing's going to be missed.
Love that.
So, just come and speak to us. We're all lovely.
Yay, absolutely incredible. So thank you so much for being with us. I'm really so appreciative of you taking time out to be here today. A big congratulations to you and the huge amazing Phoneta team. Absolutely awesome. And what's even nicer, I'm going to share this little thing here, is that Phoneta sponsored Ambassador of the Year, which is the award that I won. Yay! Which I'm really excited about, and a big thank you. I came up there, I watched the video afterwards. He didn't have a chance. Like, I didn't mean to, but I was so excited. It was almost like I went.
I think we'd had a few too many fizzy drinks, as you said earlier. So my award collection video is the best. So next year.
But it's all excitement, and do you know what? I'd much rather just be that way, be excited. People see that excitement. They know, listen, at the end of if we just walked up, oh yeah, thanks, bye. I'd want someone to tap me on the shoulder and go, excuse me, do you want to try that again? Because it was exciting.
Yeah, it was really exciting. It was a really great night. I was, really enjoyed myself. And it's always lovely, like I said, to walk away with an award, isn't it? And congratulations on yours. Very, very well deserved.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. We've had some awesome messages. So if you've got any messages, if anyone's got any queries, questions, something you want to ask Karis, or something you want to ask any of our guests today, or ask me anything about YP, pop your notes in, pop your questions in, or just shout somebody out. Like, if you just want to shout someone out and tell them how amazing they are, like, do it. Cool. So thank you, darling. Mike said some lovely things. It's great. He also said, here, hold on. He said Karis with a K. Is that an inside joke?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's it is. Yeah, he knows.
He knows.
He's a funny boy.
He is a funny boy. They're all crazy. Cool. And they hold on, what's happened here? Yeah, Brock's tagged so many people in, which is great. So if you're here and you're watching, thank you. And Karis, thank you.
Well, if I don't see you before then, which hopefully I will, I'll see you on the 21st.
Yeah, up high in the sky.
How exciting.
Cool. Right, darling. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have an amazing chilled weekend. Recharge those wonderful batteries of yours and just be with your family and all those wonderful things before you hit it hard again. After school holidays. We've got school holidays, haven't we?
We have got the school holidays. Yes, I got a very upset little boy at the moment, actually. He should be jetting off to the south of France tomorrow, but unfortunately all flights have been cancelled because of the French strikes. So
oh no!
That's a bit bad. So I've got a little boy at home now, which I didn't expect, but yes, it'll be
sending
fine.
Lots of love. I'm sure you'll find some goodness for him to do and to be, and you'll make it work.
Yes, it's always fine.
Yeah. All right, darling. Thank you so much. Mwah. And I'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Wowzers. Wasn't that amazing? So Karis from Phoneta, what a wonderful company they are, winning Most Inspirational Business of the Year. Last year they won Most Helpful Business of the Year. And I think from what she shared, you can see how they really are the silent team, the silent foundation that can support any company. And it's awesome to hear from small businesses up to large businesses, no contract, like you can try it, just see how it works. I love how the consultative opportunity there, that they'll actually guide you and support you if you've never done it before, to really enhance and give you all that goodness, to really support your business. Because we all want everyone to grow. We want you to grow. We want you to help more people. We want you to have the things in life that you want. And listen, we've all got bills to pay. We've all got things that we want to do. We've all got choices that we want to make. But predominantly we all want to help people as well in one way, shape or form. So I'm going to just pop off for a minute, stretch my legs and leave you with some awesome images from Saturday night's awards. Any queries or questions, pop them in and I will answer them, or shout out some awesome people that from Saturday night, the nominations, anyone you think is awesome. Like, use this platform. You know, this is about shouting about awesome people. You're awesome. Be awesome. See you soon.